You're buying fake extra virgin olive oil. In fact, 70% of the EVOO at a normal grocery store is fake. And that's a really big problem because extra virgin olive oil is expensive. And actually, the study comes from UC Davis. They have an olive oil institute right there. They have the numbers, and they're the same people that exposed the avocado oil scam, that 80-some-odd% of avocado oil at the grocery store is fake. Watch that video as soon as we're done. So how is it fake? Extra virgin olive oil, or EVOO as I call it, has to have a number of certain requirements to be considered or graded EVOO. Most, 70% at the grocery store, don't meet that. The problem is they're also oftentimes cut with lower quality processed plant-based oils like canola, soy, corn, peanut to dilute them. That's really bad because you're not even getting extra virgin olive oil then. And another problem is a lot of them are made with old, rancid, rotten olives, usually from last year's harvest. I'll talk about that in a second. And oftentimes they're mystery olives. They're sourced from different parts of the world, maybe like Tunisia, Greece, Italy, Spain, Portugal, pressed in another country, and you don't even have any traceability. You don't know what you're getting. And that's really, really a problem because extra virgin olive oil is one of my favorite fats to cook in. I have a video we did a few weeks ago. The 3 healthiest oils are extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, and virgin coconut oil. EVOO is extremely heart healthy. In fact, it actually raises your good cholesterol. It's rich in polyphenols, antioxidants, and it's anti-inflammatory. And because it's rich in polyphenols, it attacks free radicals in your body, in the cells. Really good stuff. But here's the 2 ways they cheat in extra virgin olive oil that's most prevalent. Number 1, they cut it with those inferior oils, which is horrible, like I said. But imagine you have an allergy to peanuts, to soy, to corn, and you cut that into your oil there. That's a problem. But here's the other bigger problem for me too, is that a lot of time these oils are made with inferior olives. And this is actually illegal, but it's so hard to catch. Here's how they do it. They'll use old, rancid olives. Some of the olives will be sitting on the ground a long time or be stored from months and months ago. That's not good, but also they'll use oil from last year's harvest. And this oil, or these old olives or rancid oil olives, are spoiled. They're bad. And normally your mouth or your nose would taste that or detect it, but they're tricky dicky, right? What do? They refine it. They process the oil to death to get rid of the funk, to get rid of the spoilage, so you can't taste or smell the rancidity, but it's there. And what happens when that occurs is that you reverse all of the good things I just talked about. When you have rancid bad oil that's cut with inferior oils, all of a sudden, instead of having polyphenols, it's gone. Instead of attacking free radicals in your cell, it actually has free radicals in there. Instead of being anti-inflammatory, it's inflammatory. So the whole thing is flipped on its head, which is totally bogus because EVOO is expensive. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty. What is the best EVOO on the market that, number 1, is real, not fake, and to cook with and to finish with? Costco family, you'll be happy to know that Costco's 100% Italian EVOO consistently ranks one of the best, which is amazing because you get the Costco price. This is fantastic. It's actually so good. You could use it as your finishing oil if you want to. I don't do that. I do that with a better bottle I'll talk about in a second. The only knock maybe against this one is that it's in a plastic bottle, but I don't care because you keep this out of sunlight and they don't put the oil in there when it's super hot. This is fantastic stuff. Always rated high. If you're a Trader Joe's shopper, I would get the Greek EVOO Kalamata oil. That one always ranks well. At most megamarts or grocery stores, you can get California Olive Ranch, the 100% pure California olives, not the one that's a destination series, and Lucchini EVOO makes a really good one too. Now for me, those are cooking EVOOs. So immediately you might be like, Bobby, I thought you can't cook with EVOO. And I thought in general, you can't cook with olive oil because number 1, it burns easily. It has a low smoke point. And for some reason, people think it gives you cancer because it burns. No. The smoke point of most EVOOs is about 400 degrees. I would not do it with this. This is my finishing oil. This is a great single estate EVOO from Spain, and it's actually harvested and pressed within 6 hours of being picked off the tree. So it's super fresh and actually not that expensive, but you can do whatever you want with it. I just wouldn't cook with that because it's expensive. And even though you add heat to this EVOO, yeah, you do change some of the flavor and ruin some of the, precious EVOO notes. It's totally fine because I don't want olive oil that's been really processed and refined. And that's the problem with most mass market olive oils or EVOs you see at a grocery store. They've been homogenized and processed to death, so they have the same flavor note from bottle to bottle. That's impossible. It should never be like that. EVOO should be like a good bottle of wine. This is my favorite keto wine with no chemicals or sugar, but every bottle's different. Why? Because they pick it at certain times of the season, certain times of the day. The terroir is different, right? But the big box EVOO makers want a certain flavor or homogeneous flavor every single time, so they process it and refine it to death. And that's when you reverse the good health benefits, and it's not really good extra virgin olive oil in the first place. And my friends over at the FDA, this is very low on the totem pole for them. They don't have time to regulate EVOO like they would other things that are way more serious. And if you ever see a bottle of EVOO that says light or extra light, do not buy that. They're actually refining the delicate or robust flavor of EVOO out with heat, processing, and refinement, and then it's all garbage at that point. It's absolutely ridiculous. So go with the ones I recommended. I like cooking with this one from Costco and like finishing with a good bottle like this. I'll leave links down below, but just find any good small bottle. It should cost you anywhere from $10 to $25. That's a finishing oil. And when you have extra virgin olive oil like this, do yourself a favor. Don't store it near a heat source like this because the heat will make it spoil or quicker. Don't put it in direct sunlight because the sunlight oxidizes it. And I know Mehmet Oz, Dr. Oz, a few years ago had this thing where like you can tell really quality extra virgin olive oil by putting it in the fridge, and if it gels, then it's a real EVOO. That's not true. That turned out to be 100% false. You get really good EVOO by buying the ones I talked about and knowing that they're single estate or single origin extra virgin olive oil, and the most of the stuff at the grocery store is bogus except for the ones I mentioned. So that's it. I hope you found that helpful. Speaking of anti-inflammatory, which extra virgin olive oil is, my Flav City Immune Tea is just about ready. I believe it went on sale already. I'll put a link down below. It's anti-inflammatory and immune boosting with organic turmeric and ginger and black pepper and monk fruit. Really good stuff. It's the powdered shelf-stable version of my popular tea on my blog. I'm going to throw that out there with the links down below. The Flav City t-shirts should be available anytime soon. The second cookbook's coming on December 1st, and the app should be out in the next 30 or 40 days. We got a lot of stuff going on, so subscribe, like, share, hit the bell icon below our video. That way you get push notifications when we go live, and you don't miss out, and you help you and your friends put the best quality stuff in your body. If you want more exposés like this, I'm going to film another one as soon as we're done about honey and fake honey. Y'all let me know. But my man Art and I will see you soon. Until then, we leave you like we always do. # keep on cooking. Mad love and peace. Later.